My child, stop for a moment. I am calling out to you right now. Not later, not someday when things feel quieter, but now, in this very breath. You did not find this message by chance. I have been drawing your heart here, gently but persistently, because there is something I need you to hear. Do not scroll past this. Do not dismiss this stirring in your spirit. This is not noise. This is my voice reaching for you. I have been calling your name in ways you didn't expect, through moments of stillness, through restlessness you couldn't explain, through questions that lingered even when you tried to ignore them. And now, here you are. That alone tells me something about your heart. You are listening, even if you're unsure what you're listening for. You are here because a part of you knows this moment matters. My child, this call is personal. I am not shouting into the crowd hoping someone responds. I am speaking directly to you. I see where you are standing. I know what you have been carrying. I know the quiet tension between wanting to move forward and fearing what answering me might require. Yet still I call, not to pressure you, but to invite you. If my voice is stirring something within you right now, don't rush past it. Let this moment settle. Engage with it. As a sign that you are listening, I want you to respond. Like this video, comment something simple like "I hear you." Share this message with 3 people who need to hear my call, and hype this video so my voice can reach further. Subscribe, not out of habit, but as an act of alignment, saying you want to stay where my words are spoken. These actions are not about a platform. They are about participation. They are about choosing to answer instead of remaining silent. I know you may be wondering why this feels so urgent. It's because calls are meant to be answered. When a father calls his child, it is never without purpose. I am not calling you to confusion. I am not calling you to fear. I am calling you to attention. There is a direction unfolding, and it begins with listening. You may feel unprepared. You may feel uncertain. You may even feel unworthy. But my call has never depended on your readiness. It depends on your willingness. I am not asking you to have all the answers. I am asking you to pause long enough to hear me, to let me speak before you decide. Right now, I want you to stay with me. Stay present. Don't multitask this moment away. Let your heart lean in. Something is being awakened, and it starts here, with a simple question I place before you, not to frighten you, but to invite you deeper. I am calling out. Will you answer? My child, I see you. Not just where you are standing, but what you have been carrying beneath the surface. I see the questions you haven't spoken out loud and the weariness you've learned to hide behind routine smiles. I know the moments when you felt torn between moving forward and staying where it feels familiar. Nothing about you is invisible to me. Nothing about your struggle has gone unnoticed. You may have wondered if I truly hear you when you pray in silence, when words feel too heavy to form. You may have questioned whether your small faith, your inconsistent courage, or your past mistakes disqualified you from being called at all. Listen to me now. If I did not see you, I would not be speaking to you. If you were not chosen for this moment, my voice would not be stirring your heart the way it is right now. I know the season you are in. I know how long you've waited. I know how many times you tried to be strong for everyone else while feeling unsure inside. I know the nights when you asked me for direction and felt like nothing changed the next morning. But my silence was never absence. My delay was never neglect. I have been watching, preparing, aligning things you could not see. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be to hear me clearly. The fact that you are listening now tells me your heart is still soft, still responsive, still willing. That matters more than perfection ever could. I see the way you try to do the right thing even when no one applauds you. I see how you wrestle with doubt but still show up. I see how you long for meaning beyond survival, for purpose beyond routine. That longing is not weakness. It is evidence that I place something eternal within you. My child, I do not call people who have everything figured out. I call those who are willing to trust me one step at a time. I call those who feel the tension between fear and faith, because that is where growth begins. I call those who think they are overlooked, because they know how to listen. You may feel small in a loud world. You may feel unsure in a season that demands confidence. But I am not measuring you by the world's standards. I am looking at your heart. I am looking at your willingness to pause when I speak. I am looking at your openness to hear me even when the answer might stretch you. I want you to rest in this truth right now. You are seen, fully and completely. You do not need to prove anything to earn my attention. You already have it. You do not need to shout to be heard. I am close enough to hear your whisper. Breathe, my child. Let your shoulders relax. Let your heart settle. This call did not come because you were strong enough. It came because I am faithful. And as you continue to listen, I will make clear what you need to know, step by step, in the perfect time. My child, hear me clearly now. You are hearing my voice in this season because something is shifting. This is not coincidence, and it is not emotion alone. I am calling because the time for hesitation is thinning, and the time for alignment is drawing near. I am not calling you because you have finally become strong enough. I am calling you because you are willing enough to listen. You have believed that clarity must come before obedience, but my ways are different. I do not reveal the whole path at once. I reveal the next step. Faith is not built by seeing everything clearly. It is built by trusting me when you see just enough to move. That is why my voice feels gentle yet persistent right now. I am teaching you to recognize me, not to control the outcome. You thought you needed to be more prepared, more confident, more certain. But I am showing you that readiness is not the requirement. Responsiveness is. When I call, it is not to overwhelm you. It is to awaken you. I am not asking you to become someone else. I am asking you to trust me with who you already are. My child, many ignore my voice because they are waiting for a sign louder than their fear. But I speak in ways that require closeness. I speak to hearts that slow down long enough to listen. That is why you are hearing me now. You made space even without realizing it. You allowed stillness. You leaned in instead of away. Do not believe the lie that you missed your moment in the past. I am the God of restoration, not expiration. When I call again, it is mercy speaking. It is love reaching out. It is purpose knocking, not to condemn you, but to invite you forward. This call is not about your past failures. It is about your future obedience. You are not confused because you are lost. You are aware because you are awakening. I am training your spirit to recognize my voice above the noise, above fear, above distraction. And the more you respond, the clearer my guidance will become. Trust grows through movement, not delay. Now, my child, let me speak to those who feel this call and want to help my voice reach further. This message you are hearing is not meant to stop with you. I am pouring light so it can flow like a river into other hearts still waiting in the dark. When you sow into this work through Super Thanks, membership, or PayPal, you are placing seed into my hands, and I multiply it into souls reached and lives awakened. I am reminding you of my living word. As you give, it shall be given back to you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, because I watch over every seed planted in obedience. I am the one stirring you now, inviting you to act, not later, but now. So do it without delay. Give as an answer to my call, and I will bless your seed, your home, and your obedience, because what you release for my kingdom will never return empty. My child, because I love you, I must speak to you honestly now. There are moments when hesitation feels safe, when waiting feels wise, when delay disguises itself as caution. But not every pause is protection. Some delays quietly become disobedience, not because you intend to resist me, but because fear has learned how to sound reasonable. I am not angry with you for hesitating. I understand how heavy decisions can feel. I know how past disappointments have taught you to guard your heart. But I need you to hear this gently and clearly. Delaying what I am calling forth can slowly dull your sensitivity to my voice. Not because I withdraw, but because fear grows louder the longer you listen to it. You have told yourself, I'll answer when I'm more confident, or I'll move when I'm sure I won't fail. But certainty is not the ground where faith grows. Trust is. And trust is built when you step forward while still trembling, still unsure, still dependent on me. I am not calling you to reckless action. I am calling you away from endless hesitation. My child, excuses do not always look like rebellion. Sometimes they look like overthinking. Sometimes they sound like wisdom. Sometimes they hide behind good intentions. But I see beneath them. I see when fear is protecting comfort more than it is protecting you. And I love you too much to let comfort keep you small. I am not asking you to leap without me. I am asking you to stop standing still when I have already gone ahead of you. Every time I have called you before, I also carried you. This time is no different. But you must loosen your grip on control. You must release the need to fully understand before you obey. Hear me now, not as a warning wrapped in fear, but as a correction wrapped in love. The longer you wait, the easier it becomes to explain why not now. The longer you delay, the more convincing doubt sounds. But obedience has a window, and responsiveness keeps your heart soft. I am not condemning you. I am inviting you back into alignment. I am reminding you that I am trustworthy, that I do not call you to abandon you, that I do not lead you into confusion. When I redirect you, it is because I see further than you do. Let go of the belief that you must feel ready to move. Readiness often comes after obedience, not before it. I will not overwhelm you with more than you need for this moment. But I will not force you to move either. Love never forces. Love invites. So listen, my child. Release the excuses you've been holding onto for safety. Lay down the fear that has kept you circling the same ground. I am not rushing you, but I am calling you forward. Trust me enough to take the next step when I ask, not when it feels convenient. I am with you, correcting you not to shame you, but to free you from delay and lead you into what I have already prepared. My child, let me strengthen you now. I know the weight you feel when you consider answering me. I know how easy it is to feel alone at the edge of obedience, as if taking one step forward means standing by yourself. But hear me clearly. You have never been alone, and you will not be alone now. I do not call you and then step back. I call you and walk with you. When your strength feels small, mine is not. When your courage wavers, my presence remains steady. I am not asking you to carry this calling by yourself. I am asking you to lean into me and let me carry you. You were never meant to figure everything out before moving. You were meant to trust me while moving. I see how tired you have been. I see how much effort it has taken just to keep going. And still, you are here listening. That tells me something important about your heart. Even when you felt weak, you did not shut me out. Even when you felt unsure, you stayed open. That is enough for me to work with. My child, I want you to release the pressure you've placed on yourself. You have been trying to be strong in your own strength, wise in your own understanding, brave in your own resolve. But I never asked you to do this alone. My strength is made available to you the moment you stop pretending you don't need it. You may look ahead and wonder how you will endure, how you will remain faithful, how you will keep going if the path becomes difficult. But I do not give strength in advance for imagined futures. I give strength for today. And today I am here with you. Today you have enough grace. Today you have enough help. When fear whispers that you cannot do this, remember who is walking with you. I go before you to prepare the way. I walk beside you to steady your steps. I stand behind you to guard what you leave behind. You are surrounded, even when you cannot feel it. My child, I have watched you survive seasons you thought would break you. I have seen you endure things you never imagined you could. That resilience did not come from you alone. It came from my hand sustaining you quietly, faithfully, even when you didn't notice. I am not disappointed in your weakness. I meet you there. I do not despise your questions. I guide you through them. I do not abandon you when you feel overwhelmed. I draw closer. Every step you take toward me, I match with grace. So breathe again. Let hope rise where fear tried to settle. You do not mean to run, and you do not mean to retreat. Just stay with me. Stay attentive. Stay willing. I will supply what you lack when you need it. You are stronger than you feel because you are not standing on your own strength. You are held by mine. And as long as you remain with me, you will never walk this calling alone. My child, listen closely now, because I want to settle your heart with truth. When you answer me, you are not stepping into uncertainty alone. You are stepping into my promises. Promises I have already spoken, guarded, and prepared to fulfill in your life. I do not call without intention, and I do not invite without provision. When you answer me, peace will begin to replace the restlessness you've carried. Not because everything will suddenly be easy, but because your spirit will finally be aligned with my will. There is a peace that comes only from obedience, a quiet confidence that tells you you are exactly where you are meant to be, even when the road ahead is still unfolding. I promise you this: I will guide you. I will not leave you guessing in the dark. I may not reveal every detail at once, but I will give you clarity step by step. My light is not meant to flood the entire path at once. It is meant to illuminate the next faithful step. And each step you take with me will make the next one clearer. I promise to provide for you. Do not fear lack when I am the one calling you forward. I know what you need before you ask, and I am not limited by what you see. I open doors you cannot open. I make a way where there seems to be none. Provision follows obedience, not the other way around. I promise to strengthen you when you grow tired. There will be moments when the journey stretches you, when patience is tested, when waiting feels long. But I will renew you. I will give you rest at the right times, and endurance when rest is not yet possible. You will not be consumed by the process, because I will sustain you within it. My child, trust my timing. I know you want answers quickly. I know you want confirmation immediately. But my timing is not delay. It is protection. What I am building in you matters as much as what I am leading you into. Patience is not wasted time. It is preparation. I promise that obedience will never be wasted. Even when others do not understand your choices, even when progress feels slow, even when results are not immediate, I am working. Seeds planted in faith always grow, even when the soil looks quiet on the surface. I promise to stay with you. I do not call and then withdraw. I remain. I walk with you through every high and every valley. When you stumble, I steady you. When you doubt, I remind you. When you grow weary, I carry you. You are not answering me just for a moment. You are stepping into a relationship of trust that will shape your future. And I want you to know this deeply. I am faithful to complete what I begin. I do not abandon my plans, and I do not abandon my children. So let assurance settle into your spirit. You are not risking everything by answering me. You are gaining alignment, peace, and purpose. Trust me with your yes. I will take care of the rest. My child, this is the moment where listening turns into response. You have heard my voice. You have felt the stirring in your spirit. Now I am inviting you to move, not in haste, but in faith. This is not a moment for more analysis or quiet delay. This is a moment for surrender, a moment for trust, a moment for a simple, honest yes. I am not asking you to know everything. I am asking you to place your heart in my hands. Answering me does not begin with grand actions or perfect prayers. It begins with willingness, with an inward decision that says, I will not ignore you anymore. Even if your voice trembles, even if your faith feels small, let your heart respond. Right now, where you are, I want you to turn your attention fully toward me. Quiet the other voices competing for your mind. Release the distractions that pull you in different directions. This moment is sacred because it is personal. I am speaking to you, not the version of you others see, but the real you that longs for direction, peace, and purpose. You may feel resistance rise within you. That is not failure, it is awareness. Resistance often appears when something matters. Do not let it stop you. Bring it to me. Say to me what you are afraid of. Say to me what you don't understand. I am not offended by your honesty. I welcome it. My child, activation does not mean perfection. It means alignment. It means choosing to trust me enough to take the next step I place before you, even if that step feels small. Prayer can be that step. Obedience can be that step. Letting go of something I have been asking you to release can be that step. You know what I have been placing on your heart. Do not push it away now. I am not calling you to be passive. Faith is active. It listens, then it moves. When you answer me, something shifts within you. Your heart becomes more sensitive. Your spirit becomes more alert. Your path becomes clearer. The act of responding opens space for me to work more deeply in your life. Do not wait for a feeling to confirm what I have already spoken. Feelings follow obedience more often than they lead it. Trust me enough to act even when emotions are mixed. I am steady even when you are not. Right now, I want you to make a quiet commitment. Not to the world. Not to other people. To me. Tell me you are willing to follow. Willing to listen. Willing to respond when I speak. That commitment does not trap you. It frees you. It opens your life to guidance that you cannot create on your own. I am here with you in this moment. I am not rushing you, but I am calling you to respond. Let this not be another message you hear and set aside. Let it be a turning point. A moment where you choose trust over delay, faith over fear, obedience over comfort. Answer me now, my child. Not because you are ready, but because I am faithful. My child, take a deep breath and let your heart be still with me now. Everything I have spoken to you was spoken in love, not to overwhelm you, but to guide you into peace. My call was never meant to burden you. It was meant to awaken you to the truth that you are not drifting through life unnoticed. You are being led. I want you to remember this above all else. My call does not expire. Even now, as you sit with these words, I am not pulling away from you. I am drawing closer. You do not need to fear that you will miss me if you stumble or hesitate again. I am patient. I am faithful. And I remain near to those who keep their hearts open. What you heard was not meant to rush you into anxiety. It was meant to settle you into alignment. When you listen to me, when you respond with even a small yes, something within you begins to rest. That rest is not weakness. It is trust. It is knowing you are held by hands stronger than your doubts. Carry this truth with you. You are not walking toward an unknown future alone. You are walking with me into a future I already see clearly. I will continue to guide you, correct you, strengthen you, and reassure you along the way. You do not have to strive to keep my attention. You already have it. And now, my child, as a response to hearing my voice today, I want you to act with intention. Like this video, comment with a word that reflects your answer to me. Share this message with 3 people who need to hear my call, and hype this video so my voice can reach further than this moment. Subscribe as a way of staying connected, not out of habit, but out of hunger to keep hearing me. These actions are not empty gestures. They are ways of saying, I am listening. And now hear me as I speak to those whose hearts are stirred to help carry this message beyond themselves. This work you are part of is not ordinary content. It is seed scattered into hungry souls. I am the one placing this invitation before you now. Release what I have placed in your hands so my word can flow like living water to places you may never see. When you give through super thanks, membership, or PayPal, you are sowing into light. And I promise you this, no seed planted for my kingdom is ever forgotten. My word declares that those who sow generously will reap generously, and I speak that blessing directly over you now. Obey me in this moment. Give without delay. Let your generosity answer my call, and I will multiply what you release and pour it back into your life with purpose and peace. The PayPal donation link is waiting for you in the video description and shown as a QR code. Act now and let your obedience speak. Rest now, my child. Carry peace into what comes next. My call still stands, my presence still surrounds you, and your future is safe in my hands.